Now, I've been having real trouble trying to program this clock. I realized after the fact, and after I'm in the field, I got the battery holder on backwards. That's why it all went weird when I put the battery holder on. So I'm going to fix that now with an electric soldering iron. Okay, we fixed the battery holder. We put it the right way around. Let's unplug and see if it remembers the time. Plug it back in, and it remembers. No, it didn't quite remember the time. Maybe the battery's flat because it's been in all day backwards. Anyway, it did fix the problem when the battery holder's around the right way. Anyway, that was useful to know.
Many months later.
Alright, it's summer, it's hot, the air conditioner's running in the background, and I'm doing some desk jobs at the moment. And I need to turn on some things here. About 6 months ago, I built this clock from a cheap Aliexpress kit. I also put the battery holder on backwards. Now, since then it's done some crazy things. You would notice it said 9 o'clock before when I turned it around. I've turned it back and it now says 11 o'clock. Or if I do something else, it's going to say some other crazy time. It said it was 35 o'clock before. Now, changing through the different cycles here, the timing it has on this is very inconsistent. So, given that this is driven from a little STC system on a chip, I gathered it might be that the resonator here is broken, which is basically little 2 prongs of quartz. My food's up. Anyway, I have a whole bunch more of these of the correct frequency. I'm hoping that this is the problem, so I'm going to try and change that over, see if that fixes it. But that'll happen after dinner, so una momento por favor. Okay, so I went and had my dinner, which took about 20 minutes, and it's now 2:34. It's definitely not right. Okay, I got co-opted by a couple of voice chats. I forgot that I was still on Discord in a voice chat, in a group chat. Anyway, I have replaced this problem little resonator here with another one which is hanging out the side here, and it's been running for about the last 20 minutes here because it started at 3 o'clock, so it's been running for about 27 minutes. Now, it used to be when I used to use this effect, this would just go flat out the whole time, and the second flasher here would go ballistic. This at the moment seems to be cycling through properly. It starts slow, and through the process of a minute it speeds up until the minute changes. So we should see in a moment when that stops. I'm not entirely sure how that effect works. Not programming this myself, I'm not entirely sure how that code's meant to work. Let's choose a different effect. This is a different one. It's just a bit crazy. There's a bunch of different ones in here. This is supposed to, I think, simulate a Geneva Convention, or Geneva Mechanism, sorry, not Geneva Convention. The words that come out of your mouth when you're tired. Either way, I think this thing's behaving very well now. I'm going to leave it run for a while, but I think that, yeah, it was just the quartz resonator here that was wrong. And of course, for like $1, I got 10 of them. So I can go and overclock some Raspberry Pis, or not Raspberry Pis, Arduinos with these. I am getting very tired though. Anyway, I think this is all it took to fix this clock. I'll leave it go for a bit more while I reassemble everything, and we'll see how she goes. Alright, so I've reassembled this, and it's back to its old tricks. It's currently 7 PM. I set it to 19, and I changed to 32, then 99, and then 0. It's usually when it does this cycle through your reset stuff. I'm thinking it could be the battery that I reinstalled. It's at about 2.8 volts. When I first did put this in here, I put the battery holder on backwards, and left the battery in for quite some time. So, you know what I might do next is I might pull that battery out and I might reseat this chip and see if it's a loose connection there. Alright, I'm going to try a couple of things first. I have my handy dandy chip puller over here. Firstly, I'm going to do is check the voltage under load of this battery. See what she's doing. It could be just the battery going flat. She's reading 3 volts here. So, alright. So it does sound like the battery's okay. So I'm firstly going to remove that battery whilst I do the next step of this thing. Okay. Next step is to grab chip puller here, grab the board firmly, the chip like this, lift this nice and straight up, and we're going to inspect for any like damaged pins and whatnot, and I'm going to hit that up with a little bit of contact cleaner. Where are we? I have a tin of the new stuff here. There's a bit of a... Oh, that stuff's got lots of pressure on it. It'll blow the chip away. Alright. Now we will... I do have a chip insertion tool somewhere. No idea where it is. However, you can often line these up gently. I've got to make sure I have that chip in the correct way now. I think the STC was that way up. Where's pin number 1? There's a notch on that end, which should correspond to pin number 1 there. Now this has just come out, which means the pins are probably aligned. So we're going to make sure they are once again aligned and just gently apply some pressure as evenly as we can to put that chip back in. Okay, so now we will once again run this with the battery out and see if it keeps its time. Okay, so we had some results. I ran this quite comfortably on the desk here for a while, and the glitchiness is minimal now that I've reseated that chip, but I think I found the failure mode. We'll just let it run for a second. Let's pick one of the effects that is the most reliable at this, that one. Take a sip of a cup of my tea. Now we're going to take the battery, which is currently out. Now, as I said, I put the battery holder on backwards with this and left it on for some time. Good probability it damaged that part of the chip. And you can see here it's behaving pretty well. Let's whack this battery back in. See what happens? I think the battery is the reason. So it's 39 o'clock the second I put that battery in. So I think we've got some of the glitches sorted. Yeah, look at this, it's going nuts. So I think the battery is the part of it that's the problem. So we're going to pop the battery out, see if it stabilizes. Runs fine now. So I think the battery was the problem. I think it might have been a bunch of things. I think the resonator wasn't great, unless the battery being backwards damaged the resonator in some way. But yeah, it's a little less glitchy, so I think I had some other issues as well. Anyway, for now, I'm just going to leave that out. The temperature is correct. It's about 20 degrees Celsius in here, or thereabouts. It's sort of on the fringe. There's no damping on that, no hysteresis. Anyhow, I'm going to leave this as is, and I think I found the problem. Got to reassemble it, and we have a mostly working clock. See you later.